So the situation is grim. Mr. Dulos is hospitalized, and we're hoping that he will recover. I'm not going to comment further on his medical condition. Today's agreement is a recognition of the difficulty of his medical condition. We have agreed that he can be in rearrest status when and if he is capable of returning to court. The court indicated it's open to hearing our motion to vacate the rearrest. In other words, that will return the clock to where it is. The state will not seek an increase in bond. At that point, we will address the issues in the bond revocation motion, including the claim that there is inadequate security to hold the bond. Those of you who have bought houses are aware of things called title searches. Our view is, with respect to this bond, if there's an issue, it's between the bond company and its insurer, the secondary insurer. It's not an issue for Mr. Dulos. But candidly, his medical condition is dire, and we look forward to the opportunity to have that fight. And obviously, he's in our prayers. Family members of his will arrive in New York from Greece tonight, and we will await word from physicians about what is reasonable to expect. Beyond that, we remain committed, obviously, to the proposition that Mr. Dulos is not guilty of the crimes charged, and hope that he recovers so that we can vindicate him in a court of law. We've secured the services of Ira Judelson from New York, who I should have called in the first instance. I've worked with him years ago in a case, and frankly didn't call him, but he's here now. And we are confident that if we get the opportunity to return on bond, we'll be back to where we were earlier in the week. So having said that, Helen, I know you always have a question.
What impact does this have on Mr. Dulos? You talked about the NYPD guarding him. Could you just clarify for us what this means practically for...
He's not in custody in New York, and this does not change his custodial status. He's there are guards posted because some reporters have tried to sneak in and see him, and we're aware of at least one other individual who thinks he's going to get rich writing a book on Fotis. So, there are officers there, and the hospital is very mindful of the security, and they've, as near as I can tell, done a wonderful job providing care to Mr. Dulos.
You say the situation is dire, but can you give us more of an update? Obviously, he's still in critical condition. Have doctors told you that they're going to be able to update you so you can update us? Since they're not giving updates at the hospital? I
only play lawyer on TV. I don't play doctor. I'm not going to comment on his medical condition.
No, what did you mean about doing this so his family could see him?
If his bond were revoked, that would involve repercussions on an interstate basis, and he would have been in custody in New York. That would have limited the ability of his family to see him. By not being in custody, the hospital controls who gets to see him. If he were in custody, Department of Corrections persons would have been placed out the door. They would have made the rules. So we're trying to maintain access to him and his family at this very critical time.
Is it clear that the face possibly going to jail is what triggered this incident yesterday?
I can't speculate on what possible, and we are as shocked as you are by this.
Norm, you said yes.
To his client, and to walk them through the valley of the shadow of death. And sometimes you make a call where you think your client is self-destructive, that is based on the best judgment that you can see. I saw nothing that led me to believe that, and so I look back and wonder what I missed.
Norm, does Fotis have a living will? And
I'm not going to comment on those issues at this point.
Who will be in charge of making any medical?
We're working on that now.
What about his children? Have they been to see him, or is he planning to do so?
We are not involved with his children. His last words to us on the topic were he loves them and misses them very much. And
Was he alone yesterday morning?
I don't want to comment on that.
Have police been inside the Farmington home, and have they found any kind of a note?
You'd have to ask the police. Thank you very much, folks.